All right, just some breaking news. Austin Energy now reporting 17,000 without power. That number really jumped in the last few minutes as those 64-mile-per-hour gusts have been moving through the metro.
And that line of strong storms now east of I-35. Still several counties we have to watch through the next few hours.
Yeah, several severe thunderstorm warnings to catch you up on as well. These numbers have been going up here just in the last few moments with additional warnings as these storms move east. So let's show you what's looking like outside at Circuit of the Americas now, which is the camera best representative of the intense rain and wind that is moving through the area. Moving now southeast of Austin and into our eastern counties. We'll keep an eye on that Bastrop camera next. That is where we expect some of the most intense wind to be. We'll also keep an eye on our Caldwell County camera, the Kreitz Market camera in Lockhart. Maybe Tommy, keep an eye on that one in the background just in case it is worth showing. I've taken off the lightning, but you can just assume that there is a lot of lightning out there. It's just sometimes harder to see the intense rain when we have that layer on there. But from eastern Travis County into western Bastrop County, northern Lee, eastern Williamson County, and much of Milam County, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning that lasts until 10:45. While the wind is the primary threat still, there are some pockets of large hail, and we're seeing that now in Milam County. Hail up to about 1.5 inches in diameter there, closing in on Rockdale. And then southeast of downtown Austin, through the Del Valley area, through the Circuit of the Americas, Creedmoor, another severe thunderstorm warning for the storm that brought the gusts of 64 miles per hour. And that severe thunderstorm warning for parts of eastern Hayes County into Caldwell and southern Bastrop County until 11 o'clock tonight. Good news for you in the Hill Country. You are behind the severe weather. You're still dealing with some rain, some occasional rumbles of thunder, but the significant wind and hail threat is now behind you in the Hill Country. And the western metro, you're seeing that tapering off here as well. If you were with us the last few hours as we've been nonstop on KXAN Plus, our TV streaming service, we've been showing you this, the upgraded severe weather risk map tonight, a 3 out of 5. That's an enhanced risk for severe weather. And while hail has been a possibility, damaging wind 60 to 75 miles per hour has been the main threat and continues to be. Meteorologist Tommy House taking you through the storms the rest of the night and when we can dry out.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. So this is a east of I-35 severe window, but still some rain persisting for most of central Texas through the next few hours. So let's talk timing. Right around midnight, this begins to move more toward Milam, Lee, Fayette County. Bastrop and Caldwell will have to watch too for some severe weather at times. A steady to light rain out in the Hill Country at 1 a.m. By 3 a.m., the heavy rain clears out. Still some leftover scattered showers during the early morning hours for your Monday. Additional rainfall, 1/4 inch to 1 inch in some slow moving storms, especially up toward Williamson County, Milam. I would say an isolated 1 to 3 inches, if not more. Most, if not all, have seen some very beneficial rain, which is good news. Temperatures were in the 90s this afternoon, and now it's in the 60s. So let's go through the overnight hours. Kickstarting your Monday morning in those 60s. Winds out of the north will warm up to the 70s by lunchtime, and in the afternoon hours, some 80s. A very pleasant and technically a cooler than normal Monday with low humidity. We'll warm back up, though, rather fast as a high-pressure ridge builds across the southern plains. And with that blue H, it means blue sky, so very minimal cloud cover by midweek itself. Temperature-wise, going from those 80s to 90s, 91 on Wednesday, 90s stretching into the weekend itself. Our normal high is 86 this time of year. And with that high-pressure ridge, rain chance minimal. So tonight is the night to get as much rain as possible because at least through the next 7 days, it's looking rather isolated, just that 10% for Saturday itself. Tonight we cool down to the 60s. Tomorrow highs will be in those 70s and 80s. We have more of an in-depth look at your forecast on KXAN.com/weather. For now, though, we're in the storms and our Kevin Bosker is out in the field in our KXAN weather vehicle. Keeping an eye on what's happening. Kevin, give us an update. What's going on?
Yeah, literally just in the second while you're tossing to me, our car was driving through just a puddle of water. We're right on I-35 going south towards downtown Austin. Let me go ahead and show you what the dash cam kind of looks like at the moment, more so in North Austin. A couple of cars just around the area. In terms of the weather, it's been quite a bit rainy as we've been reporting throughout this newscast. Wind has been a factor, as well as many other issues as well. I mean, as you guys mentioned as well in the newscast, I mean, because of some of that wind, maybe possibly some downed trees here and there, we have been getting reports of some outages. In Georgetown, there was about close to 3,000 people without power, and that's at the Pernalis Electric Coop, and I'm pretty sure there are other areas that are affected as well. So it's definitely something we're going around the area as we go down North Austin. Let me go ahead and shift to a different angle right here. Cars slowing down. I'm going to pan to the back side of the car right now and showcase you what it looks like from here. It was lightning quite a bit throughout the day. It seemed to be not as bad as I'm speaking right now, but it's definitely, as we've been showing you here on KXAN, this rain, this thunder, and the storm has been flowing through our viewing area, and we'll keep you updated here as well. So Tommy, so far right now we're keeping safe on these roads as we drive down into down into downtown Austin. Tommy.
Yeah, Kevin, glad you're safe, my friend. One of the best out there in the field cover. And Kevin Bosker, thanks so much. Hey, we'll be right back with a check of sports and more weather. Stick around.